It's been a couple of months since we had the last episode of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. We have episode 3 in the books now, and like the previous two, this was only 8 minutes plus. In fact, you can include that with the opening and the additional promotional Universe Mission 4 in the games that took place after the episode, so that ended quite abruptly than I thought it would. So scratch that, that's probably about, 7 minutes in this episode, but there is a lot to talk about when it comes to, I'm guessing Cumber has found a way to surpass Vegito Blue Up. And here's the thing, okay, so we see Vegito in base, he sees Trunks having the life being choked out from him, and he was about, the thing about it is, Cooler didn't do anything in this episode. And what's interesting to me is it's obvious they're taking concepts from the game now and applying them to the PR anime. And there will be an episode 4. I'll mention that at the end of this review. But the thing about this is they're taking concepts from the game cutscenes that they've already unleashed and then incorporating into that PR anime. What does that tell you? They are listening to, I guess, the audience of how popular this was when it came out. Was a couple of weeks ago now. I didn't think they were going to do this fast, but apparently they are. They're capitalizing on what's popular. Toei's only just catching up, but they've got some work cut out of them when it comes to like doing what the fans want. For instance, like Gohan being a primitive role, Dragon Ball Super manga's doing right now, regardless of how you feel about it. So again, it's a prime case of them listening to the audience. They know what's popular, they know what people want. That's what we got this episode. You can complain about the length all you want, and that's always going to be a criticism when it comes to this. But in the 7 minutes plus that we got of this, I think it did the job that was necessary. They didn't rush it. They didn't go all over the place. They focused on Vegito, which is what we wanted to see. A whole episode dedicated to Vegito versus Cumber. We got to see what his fighting style's like without that aura, because here comes Vegito Blue, powers up. We see Cumber about to unleash an energy blast that was gonna. He was firing that straight at Vegito. I guess he found a way to nullify it, because the moment we see him again, that aura is gone and Vegito's okay. We see Cumber, what his fighting style's like. They're going to trade back and forth. Mai's helping Trunks back up, so that was kind of cute. While this is going on, you got Golden Cooler who's watching on, and then Vegito gets blown back by an aura-based like attack from energy blast from Cumber. I guess you can call it an energy swipe, because it wasn't really an energy blast. He just brushes him aside into the wall, into the cliff, I guess. And then you got Golden Cooler. So this is interesting. And then obviously Few is having the time of his life watching this too. All the while not noticing that the barrier is starting to break inside the prison planet. You notice the barrier. Another concept that was introduced from the game cutscenes has been introduced here in the PR anime. Because the chains begin to break when Cumber and Vegito and Vegito are actually fighting each other. When they use an energy blast to battle one another. Then we see Vegito Blue go into Kaioken. Doesn't really do much to him. He gets the best of Vegito, but then he goes into Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, which we all figured he might, which we wanted to see. And then we see Cumber unleashing an even bigger energy blast. In fact, it reminds me of what Kid Buu did when he destroyed the Earth. He fired it again at Vegito. This time, Vegito used a big final Kamehameha, the same thing he did against Fuse Zamasu, which you can imagine what was going to happen after that, because it's exactly the same thing. He used the final Kamehameha. We had the energy beam struggle. It looked like Cumber was going to get better for Vegeta, because he was really struggling here. And this is base mode Cumber, by the way, people. So that should give you a prime indication of how strong this Saiyan is. Where did he come from? Okay, I doubt we're ever going to get that answered. I hope we do, but I know these PR anime short episodes are here to promote the card game. They did a pretty good job with this one, I'm gonna say. So the animation just as good as the first two, but either way, Vegito was actually struggling in Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken with the Kamehameha. He pushes it back, and I guess they nullify he nullifies the blast, and not only that, the chains and begin to shatter around the I guess the barrier, the prison planet. I'm guessing then the chains, the locks that are surrounding the prison planet. So once those are burst, I guess the people are free to do whatever they want. Which, spoiler alert, Few's gonna get pissed off real soon because that's the title of next week's episode. Super Few appears, Super Few Rage. So we're getting Super Few as well. Which, if you've seen that cutscene already from the game that was already promoted in Japan, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes games, he's already appeared. So we know what this is leading to. My question is this: Vegeta's still there, right? So it's not the same way as what happened in the I guess the opening in the game cutscenes. It's very confusing, I know, but there is a connection there. But Vegeta in the game opening that we saw a couple of weeks ago was not there. In fact, it was Goku by himself alongside Azoto, who was part of another video game way back in the day, another arcade video game. So he appeared in this cutscene. I don't know if it's going to be the same way in this PR anime. We don't know in the Prison Planet arc, but they are using ideas, which is a good move. So Vegito is like, it's kind of like a stalemate, and before we actually got to see him go Super Saiyan, I'm shocked they did this so soon. He used a blood wave moon or full moon to like transform himself into a great ape as a Super Saiyan, which we have not seen him go to Super Saiyan yet. We know he can in the games, we've seen that already, but here we don't really see him going to Super Saiyan. So how long it's going to take until we get episode 4, but obviously this is something that a lot of people want to see. A golden Zaru or a golden great ape in transformation. We got that, and he's firing Mouth Energy Blast, and he breaks apart the barrier. It's not just the chains this time. So they're taking concepts from the game and adding them into this PR anime. Vegito is like stunned by this. Before he actually gets nailed with one of the Mouth Energy Blast from Cumber in his Great Ape form, he separates because he used way too much power, similar to what happened with Fusamazu. So we knew this was happening. So he fuses back into Vegeta. He diffuses into Vegeta and Goku. Trunks is on the sidelines being helped up by Mai, so he can't do anything. I mean, he was literally out of it. So, and you still have Golden Cooler. I'm guessing Golden Cooler realizes he can't take him, or if he can, he hasn't done anything about it yet. So, Golden Cooler's still there, okay? And according to next week's episode title, or the next episode title next week, I wish, believe me. Super Few's about to arrive. He's got a super transformation of his own. If you've seen the game cutscene, you know what it looks like already. So again, they're taking concepts from the games, which is something that Dragon Ball Super should have done a long time ago, and they're using what's popular. I can only hope they do the same thing with the Dark Empire arc. I hate to keep harping on that, but I'm gonna keep saying that till I'm blue in the face, because it's obvious that listening to the people here. I just wish they listened to every fan of the Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and we eventually get this, because we're going to need certain things explaining. So, yeah, that's just my take on that. Again, very short episode, but it delivered the message it needed to. That's my opinion on that. I know a lot of people aren't going to like the length, but, I mean, what can you do? But I'll say this much, you got people wanting more by the end of this. Few's laughing now, but I guess in the next episode, he's going to be pissed off because his plans are going to go into mod. So I can't wait for that. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Catch you guys later. Bye.